Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Quick question for you guys. I've made some adjustments based off of feedback for the audio for this camera. So if it's working and you're noticing less of an echo, please let me know in the comments field below. But now let's get to the content. The content today, guys, is all about a Connecticut article from the AP. Now, the blue states really are like essentially testing grounds for the left gun control measures. You can look at Chicago, New York, California, all these different areas, but Connecticut specifically. So what Connecticut is doing is a very specific addition to the red flag laws that they previously passed. We're going to dive deep into that, especially the part where there's hidden implications for some reason they don't ever touch on, but we're going to get into that. If you guys are stumbling by the video because one of our amazing subscribers recommended it to you, the channel to you, thank you first for stopping by. We're on a goal to reach 350,000 subscribers by June 1st. If we earn that subscription and you guys think it's worth coming back for, we'd love to see you on here, and if not, maybe we'll get you on the next one, but I look forward to the content for you anyway. All right, so here's what we're doing, guys. I've got an AP article here, and it's based off of some gun laws that are in Connecticut, okay? And then we're gonna tie in at the end. So the end is really important. I'm gonna try to do this in under 4 minutes, but here we go. So what I'm going to do, this article is called Proposed Expansion of Gun Seizure Law Sparks Debate. Okay, like I said, it's in Connecticut. I'm going to read you a few quotes and then I'm going to show you where it's going and give you my perspective on it and how important it is for our movement. First quote is, Connecticut's 1999 red flag law was the first in the country to allow judges to order someone's guns seized upon evidence and probable cause they are a danger to themselves or others. It allows only prosecutors and police to ask a judge to issue a risk warrant to temporarily seize a person's guns after investigation and if they believe there's probable cause. Now that's important, okay? The big thing here is only a prosecutor or police can ask the judge for this, so it's those two. Now, what they're proposing to do in addition to that, which I already have a problem with, additionally, the bill, it would add relatives, household members, intimate partners, and medical professionals such as physicians or psychiatrists to the list of people who could be allowed to request a risk warrant from a judge. It also would eliminate the 1-year limit on gun seizure orders, instead allowing them to remain in effect until the person whose guns were seized can prove they are no longer a danger to themselves or others. Okay, that on its face, holy crap. Oh, a spurned ex-girlfriend, a spurned ex-boyfriend. I don't care what you are or who you are. It spurned anyone, right? They can say you're not mentally fit, all of a sudden your guns are gone. Well, how do I get the guns back? When you prove you're mentally fit. But I was never mentally unfit. Yeah, but we proved you were mentally unfit, so now you need to prove you were mentally fit. How do I do that? Wait, no. Is YouTube demonetization policy running freaking Connecticut now? The point is, like, obviously, this has some major flaws and infringement on Second Amendment rights from people who may or may not have done anything wrong because someone runs to a judge and says they're a danger with no evidence supplied. Bit of a problem. Okay, now, someone who is backing this argument says it has been widely studied and recognized as an effective means to prevent suicide by gun and is responsible for saving countless lives. Interesting little caveat there. You hear what they said? Specifically, they said, it's an effective means to prevent suicide by gun, not prevent suicide by gun. So they've changed the tool, they haven't changed the outcome, which is interesting because I thought the left was all about equitable outcomes. Oh, zing! All right. Now here's the ones that are against. The against point. Dr. Walter Kupson of Middlebury said he was concerned about the number of people who would be able to request a gun seizure under the new bill and the potential for lies and abuses of the system. My fear is all they would take would be one word from a spurned partner to a judge who's going on one side without any evidence, he said. Duh. That's, yeah, of course. Yes. Good team. Now here's the focal point. And this is where I think it's interesting. We simply can no longer have a system that's dependent solely on the response of a 911 dispatcher and a police department as the only resource someone has when they're in a crisis. Family members are often the first to recognize when their loved one is in crisis, so it is crucial that they have a way to directly petition the court to temporarily remove guns for those who would be at risk for themselves or others. Okay. This is where it boils down to literally a mentality shift between right and left, pro-Second Amendment and pro-gun control. Okay? As a person who was raised in the South, who has relatives with firearms, who has a relative, obviously across the board because I'm alive, right? It's deemed at least in my culture, in my family, in my area, if someone is a danger to themselves, you step in and say, hey man, we need to talk about this. I'm not sure this is a good thing. I'm going to take this. It's going to be in my gun safe until you're in a better spot. Because honestly, I love you and I don't want you to experience any kind of pain. The left, Connecticut right here, they're saying, well, the government has to step in and do it. Somebody has to do something. The personal responsibility of the relative and the relationship that previously exists is being superseded by the government stepping into that relationship because the individuals don't want to take the ownership themselves. Anyone on the right or anyone in the pro-Second Amendment or pretty much on the conservative side understands that you don't have to wait on the government to step in and do something. In fact, there's going to be more resistance from the government taking a gun from you like forcefully versus a family member saying, I'm concerned for you, I'm going to hold on to this. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? And this is where it's really important. There is a mentality shift, a complete mentality shift of the government has to do something, i.e. gun control, versus, no, we will take care of it. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? And if you guys agree or disagree, throw it in the comments field below, because this is such a crucial point, and this article really highlights this. And by the way, it's cited below. It's incredibly important for self-governance, for self-reliance, to take those people that you love and you care about and make sure they're okay. Of course, we don't want any kind of suicide. We don't want any kind of negative impact, whether it's gun-related or not gun-related. But the point is, we don't sit there and say, government do something, and when it takes too long, you blame the fact that the gun was the problem that did it, not the big government that you're voting for consistently. It doesn't make sense. There's a very large gap in the thinking, and that's what we need to hit down. We don't need to hit down of, you can't take my rights, and you should take my rights, and blah, 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 blah. None of that crap. Don't get bogged down in that. Why is it you want big government, but when big government fails, you blame the tool, not big government? And that's what I got for you guys today. If you agree, let me know in the comments field below. And if I'm way off base, you can tell me that too. But until tomorrow, I'm Braden. See you later.